Welcome to the Bad Tutors podcast. If you're here for the newest up-to-date and accurate information on the nerdy topics that are near and dear to your heart, well, let me tell you, you ended up in the wrong place because here we are all about hot takes and grandiose displays of misinformation. So stick along for the ride, and you might just blow a blood vessel or two. Now, Tyler, we're back. It's been a minute. Life is crazy, and COVID sucks.
Yeah.
But we're back, and in lieu of what we wanted to do on Labor Day, because it would have been really funny, we want to talk about some evil sci-fi mega corporations, because they're just a fun time, and they're very similar, and they're nothing like the real world today. Right?
At all. Don't look into it.
Don't think about it even a little bit.
I mean, in the realist talk, we are not anywhere close to this level
No. But
of corporate things, but
it's funnier to say that we are than not.
I mean,
'Cause,
Disney's pretty big.
Disney's pretty big. Amazon be doing a little bit of everything. That we're kind of starting to get there, but not quite there. We don't have to worry for what. We won't be alive regardless. It's fine.
I mean, if anything, it'd be a subsidiary of Amazon that takes over the world.
That's true.
Because Amazon's just a bookstore.
That's a good
online.
point. Yeah. So we just have what we're gonna do today is just kind of discuss a couple of the really prominent ones in media throughout all kinds of media, and a couple smaller ones that I just think are fun and Tyler thinks are fun, hopefully as well. And I think you're at least familiar with everything on the list, at least in like name. Maybe not like I know other than maybe me telling you the IPs. I'm not sure.
Probably. I just don't recognize where they're from.
Yeah, we'll see. But we thought this would just be a fun topic, not only because it'd be funny to do on Labor Day, but it is kind of so pervasive throughout sci-fi. I don't want to say every sci-fi universe kind of has like some big mega corporation that like kind of does or doesn't act as the government of that world, but like enough of them do that it's, a pretty common thing where it's like, oh, you just hear some corporation's name in a sci-fi setting and it's like, okay, they run most things, if I were to guess offhand. Like, I feel like that's the vibe anytime I see something in the future at this point. Either that or you go, oh, who's their corporate rival at this point? Or maybe that's just kind of like the more recent trend we're seeing with like cyberpunk and stuff coming out. That's very heavily leaned into that, I know. The first one I think that I want to talk about here is Hyperion from the Borderlands series. And I know that you have played Borderlands. Can you remind me your familiar, like which ones you've played through? Have you played through all of them?
Borderlands 1 all the way through, Borderlands 2 all the way through, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Borderlands 3 all the way through, the pre-sequel, whatever it is. Played it to a fair degree.
Okay.
Did not... I might have beaten that one too, actually.
Okay.
It's just not a very memorable game to me.
No, it's not at all. But I couldn't remember exactly how familiar with them you were. I knew it was... I was pretty sure it was almost as... or pretty much as much as me. Why I want to talk about Hyperion specifically is that that's kind of the... I would say it's the main character corporation. Would you agree with that? It's a weird thing to say, but like, especially in 2, it certainly is because the villain, Handsome Jack, is like the leader of the Hyperion Corporation, certainly. But they like feel like the most present. For those unfamiliar with Borderlands, it's I I don't want to say future world. It's just like a sci-fi world. Somewhere it's set on the world of Pandora for the first two games, certainly. Um, and the whole world, and we find out the universe in the third game is run by like 5 or 6 corporations, if I recall.
Yeah, let's see. You have Hyperion, you have Dahl,
Jacobs,
you have
Torque.
Jacobs, Torque.
Oh, what are we missing? Manufacturers.
Hyperion.
Hyperion, Atlas, Maliwan. Atlas is, I believe, only in 3.
3.
Maliwan
TDR is in all of them. TDR is another one that's been around before.
Vladov is the other one that we were missing.
Yeah, that's right.
And then S&S Munitions. I don't even recognize that one in. Oh, that's in the first one. I haven't played all the way through the first one. Is the hot lore on me for how much I'm a Borderlands fan.
Really?
I haven't.
That's crazy.
I know. Borderlands 2 feels so good to me that 1 feels really, really dated, which is a real shame. All of these corporations are just fighting corporate wars constantly, though, but Hyperion is the one that, throughout all of the games, has the new U stations, which is the respawn point of the Borderlands universe. And it's a very funny point because that's actually like a plot point in the game as opposed to just being like, oh, we put this is why respawning works. It's not just like rolling back time. It's canonical within the universe. You're respawning and it like redigitizes you every time you die. And I feel like this is going to be a big spoiler for Borderlands 2 here. But when Roland dies, about, 2/3 of the way through the game? Something like that?
Yeah, around there.
He doesn't respawn. And that really, at least the first time you're playing through it, really kind of feels like a plot hole for a second. Because you're like, wait, he gets shot, and I'm like, okay, fine. And then he doesn't respawn like you would expect everyone to do. And it's like, oh, I guess not, because he's like an NPC and it's an emotional beat. Like, all right, fine, I kind of get it. But then you think about it for like half a second and you go, oh, well, they're the corporation that controls who respawns. Of course he just died. That makes sense. They just blacklisted him and said no more respawning. But then that still brings up the question, why are they not doing that to the heroes of the game?
If you remember the early portions of Borderlands 2 when you're in the ice fields.
Yeah.
Handsome Jack actually says that to you as he's like talking into your ear.
Oh, does he? Have I just not played in long enough?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember what exactly he says, but he basically makes a joke about you're not going to be able to stop him, right? Blah blah blah. So I'm just going to keep taking your money to rebuild you.
Okay, so what I have written here next in my notes is, I'm sure you can see, is that's my theory. I think I've probably, the realistic answer is I've played through the opening of Borderlands 2 so many times. It's so ingrained in my memory that I'm like, I can't picture the exact words. But I know that it's true. Like, I know that that's a true statement. I mean, there's also the quest of, that you get paid out for it, but you throw yourself off a cliff to just get paid.
To test
and you're getting, it's to test the system, and you're getting taunted by Hyperion the entire fucking time, which is pretty great. And I'm curious if you agree with this. I feel like especially when we get into like 3 and you see the scale of things, I feel like all of the Borderlands corporations, like, they're all inherently evil, just in a sci-fi mega corporation. Like, they're literally doing nothing but profiteering off war. Like, that's the whole universe, if nothing else. But I don't think Hyperion is like worse than any of them, with the exception of Handsome Jack. Like, I feel like that's not an insane thing to say, but like that makes sense, right? Like as much as they feel like extra evil, it's just because of him, realistically.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because and then you can of course get into, is Handsome Jack right? And like I think it's the most fun answer is yes to that question. Is he correct to just want to destroy the world of Pandora because it's so fucked? And like no, the objective answer is no, but the fun answer is yes. I think.
Well,
Mhm.
I think of it like this. Borderlands, the series, has no good guys versus bad guys. It's just one side killing the other. And especially in 2, there's like this whole feeling where it's like we're the good guys going up against Jack and stuff. But it's like, I don't know. You're just kind of like killing people that are killing people. It doesn't necessarily make you the good guys. And that's just kind of how
Yeah,
all of Borderlands is.
yeah.
It's just like the stories are good. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but they're not like
They're not meant to be
deep philosophical.
Yeah, as soon as you
Good
start
versus evil games.
really debating the moral ramifications of Borderlands, you have gone too far.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that the writers like aren't skilled enough. I don't believe that, but like I don't think that they wanted to attack that subject.
Yeah,
I
the
think they
game
were
is,
like
is just
Corpo
extremely
bad,
funny.
Corpo bad
Yeah.
probably, and other than that, hey, they make fun guns though. That's pretty cool. But if we want to talk about Corpo bad, let's move on to the next one, which I think would be fair to say is kind of the Sci-Fi mega corporation, because I want to talk a little bit about the Weyland Yutani Corporation, which is the entity that is present throughout I believe every single Alien movie, as well as all of the old Predator movies. I haven't seen some of the newer ones to completely attest to that, but I have been reading about them and want to, I think, cover the Weyland Corporation, maybe on its own, because the history of the two of them is that uh, they the they are. Let me go back. I'm sorry.
Yep.
They are like the corporation in the way that like when you think of a stock standard stereotype mega corporation in sci-fi, it's like, oh, they probably like kind of shadow run the government a little bit, probably develop and create almost everything in like a company store sort of way. Like we don't ever really see anything else other than just them, and even if we do see something else, like it's almost understood that it's probably them in the background. And that is what came with the merger of the Weyland Corporation and the Yutani Corporation back in actually not that not that far in the future. At this point in the universe, the Weyland Corporation was actually formed in 2012, which is very recent for
Yeah.
something an older sci-fi franchise, and they ended up merging because of a big lawsuit over the David Android series, which is one of the Weyland Corporation's like biggest things. It's in a lot of the Alien movies. My big caveat with these is I obviously really love the universe because, as I said in the Predator episode, Alien and Predator are kind of tied together, even though they're not anymore. But as a boy, I hated all horror things a lot, and I got very scared of them. So I haven't seen a lot of the Alien movies, but like I know about the universe as I do for so many universes that I've never actually seen the intellectual property of. So that's where I'm coming at this one from. and then obviously seeing it in the Predator universe as well. Uh, they had a big lawsuit. Wayland won, and they made a merger, and pretty much they own everything now. It would seem. Um, Reading through, they're like, oh yeah, we like when the Colonial Marines were formed, which is like the government backed or government sanctioned military force throughout like both universes. They're
Yeah.
just like, well, we provide all of the arms and armor and like transportation. Like we own the ships that do it in all of the. We own every. We just thought a little military force might be good, but we didn't want our name attached to it. Like that wouldn't be any fun. Then we'd have to deal with all of that. And their big thing is that they're constantly hunting xenomorphs, which is the which is alien.
Yeah.
And there's a nice little quote as I was reading through where one of the current leaders is like, well, it's not only profiteering. It's not only about the money. We also need to be on top and make sure that like humanity never becomes not the apex predator, and therefore we want to weaponize everything we can from the xenomorphs. And it's like, sure, I guess that justifies all of the everything else, because like I said, they're kind of in charge of everything. So like, what's health and safety? Who's OSHA when you make everything?
Right. Right.
300 lives gone and we got this one egg. Sick egg, dude. I'm so excited to put that chest burster inside or face hugger inside of someone. But yeah, these guys are like the textbook definition of a evil corporation. Ends justify the means. Every time we see them, something going wrong in the universe is like, what did Wayland Yutani do this time? It's like, well, we just wanted to nuke this area and see what would happen. It's like, oh, why'd you actually want to do it? It's like, okay, so there was a whole bunch of xenomorphs, so we let out, and it's like, oh, good, thank God. Thank God we sent in the Colonial Marines to deal with it first, and you nuked all of them. It's like, yeah, that's just kind of how we do it here. It's like, okay, great. I think that they also kind of might be like one of the bigger examples of it, other than like, I'll be real, I don't know, literature back then. I don't know when it would have started in that genre or in that medium. And next, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Umbrella Corporation. That is what you find in Resident Evil. And I'm going to give the caveat again on this one that I know Resident Evil mainly through the film series, which most people fucking hate. Yeah, I know. I've played a couple of the games. 4, a little bit of 6, and then watched stuff on a bunch of the others. Like, as always, I know stories of everything. I watched too much Watch Mojo back in the day. I just know the endings of every game that's ever existed at this point, I think. But this is, believe it or not, another big mega conglomerate of, like, every possible industry that you can think of. But this one, to some degree, specialized in bioweapons and pharmaceuticals, and to some degree, that's the catalyst for everything that went wrong in the Resident Evil universe. So that might be why it's like, I don't know if it's they specialized in it or like that's the part that gets talked about because that's what fucking matters. Because they created the T-Virus, which got released, I believe, through Raccoon City, and we're going to talk about Raccoon City a little bit here, believe it or not. And I believe in the movie it was from a different location as well, so I'm not 100% sure in the games where it started. But the T-Virus got out, and that basically just made zombies, which of course is the Resident Evil universe, except for 4, which is a different fucking virus. They also had a real nice independent police force, just, running throughout Raccoon City, which is a very important location throughout every single Resident Evil media. It is one where that's why I'm pretty sure that's where the T virus got released, and then the government had to come together and say, all right, time to nuke the city to contain this, which makes sense. Turns out it got nuked on my birthday, which that's kind of fun.
That's pretty neat.
It's kind of an interesting little fun fact there. But it's never. I feel like it's never good when you go, oh, who do you work for? Oh, I work for basically the PMC of this massive corporation that makes like all of the major pharmaceuticals that we have. Like my favorite, the first two I think are great. Adravil and Svafsprin. Those are two of their biggest products there that I love that they just almost did it. Yeah. I'm not even making a commentary on it. I love that. I think that's fucking great. I just think that one's great. But yeah, why do those guys? If I just told you, hey, the people who make aspirin, which I don't know who that actually is offhand, is like, oh yeah, they just have like their own police department in Detroit. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? What do you mean? What's going on? Excuse me? Why? Why do they need that?
Hey, this is actually a good time to hit you with some Tarkov lore.
Go for it, yeah.
So, Escape from Tarkov, the story starts with, oh my god, what is the fucking pharmaceutical? Biolabs. Mm-hmm. They are a pharmaceutical science research place that was doing research into experimental military use pharmaceuticals. Mm-hmm. And then there was something that happened. Nobody knows what it is. And in the city of Tarkov, where their lab is located, a big firefight broke out. And everybody's like, what was the firefight from? It's because the Science Megacorp hired Western PMCs to defend their laboratory. And so you get the choice of playing either as a Westerner PMC, a USEC, or a Eastern PMC known as Bear, who's from either Russia or surrounding Eastern European countries. But yeah, they also got a little bit of this Umbrella Corp. What are you guys doing with a standing army?
Yeah, seriously.
Protecting your fucking, your little medicines, your little pills. What's going on there?
And don't stop asking questions, please. Though, but don't.
I just remembered the name of the pharmaceutical. It's Terra Group. I don't know what I said.
Terra Group. Okay.
It's Terra Group. Yeah.
Interesting.
They're the reason why there's a quarantined city in the middle of Russia, which is the story of Escape from Tarkov.
I'll be real, that's more story than I thought Escape from Tarkov had.
There's a lot of story. You just aren't required to engage with it at all, so nobody does.
I mean, I'm a fucking Dark Souls boy. I can't shit on that at all. That's the least clear story in any game fucking ever, even when you read the in-game lore still. This kind of, especially bringing up the kind of PMC groups, though, I got a question for you, and I'm curious what your thought is.
Okay.
At what point does a mega corporation basically become the government. Because, like, I realize that even I'm almost positive, based on, like, United States Colonial Marine Corps, the government exists in, like, the alien universe.
Yeah.
But does it fucking matter? Like, at what point is it basically just, alright, this corporation is just the government? Like, what is it? I'm not asking for, like, a hard line, but, like, I feel like
Yeah, well, like what you're
I
saying
mean?
is that, like, it seems like there's a point that has already been reached, especially in the Alien Court or the Alien and Predator lore, where the government doesn't really do anything if Wayland Yutani is like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? We don't want you to do that." The government's not going to do it because they just have so much power.
Exactly.
And also if they have
All the infrastructure.
sway over a military and stuff like that, they'll never be the acting government because they would lose money if they were doing that.
Exactly.
So they'll still let the government be the government, but they will skirt the laws that would prevent a corporation from doing certain things.
I mean,
They'll help people get elected that are in favor of supporting them, and just stuff that doesn't really happen in the real world, and you don't have to worry about as an American citizen.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the American citizens for sure, but like it's just literally the banana republics at that point, basically just like, we don't do anything.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking
exactly.
about? Yeah, just you guys wanted to change those laws? Oh,
no,
you don't have no more trains. What? Oh yeah, you don't. Oh, there's no more power anymore in that area. That's fucking wild. I don't know who turned the power
How
off.
did that happen?
Who runs the power? Oh, my brother? Oh, that's wild. Oh, buddy, why'd you turn that off? Oh, no. Oh, you're not passing that law? Oh, you have power again. Oh, yeah. Whatever. It's fine. Don't even think about it. But yeah, I think that's just an interesting line of like, all right, well, now you're so powerful. Something that I just realized I forgot to say, for kind of treading that line, Congress voted to ban Umbrella from doing business in the United States after they destroyed Raccoon City, or, well, caused an outbreak so bad that Raccoon City needed to be nuked. And they went, I don't think you guys should be allowed to, like, operate here anymore. They probably wanted to say in general, but then you just leave. So it's just kind of a fun little thought experiment that doesn't have any reflection on the real world in any way, shape, or form.
Well, no city's ever been nuked before, so obviously this doesn't map on reality, Ian.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, we talk about fiction here, Tyler. We don't do political commentary. Or I try not to. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say certainly not good political.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Those are the three real big ones that I wanted to talk about. And like I said, I think I want to talk about Wayland Corporation on its own because, like, I mentioned that, like, they have their hands in everything, but, like, when you look at the list of things that they've been noted to have their hands in, especially for a corporation that theoretically was formed in 2012, fucking crazy. It's a good time to go through. But the first one that I want to talk about that I'm calling honorable mentions to these is InGen. I can't type when I write these apparently. Which is the Jurassic Park universe. That's who makes all the fucking dinosaurs.
Oh, the ones that were like, what if we brought back the apex predators from centuries ago, thousands of years ago?
Exactly.
Millennia? Is that a
millennia?
correct
Yeah,
time?
I think.
Yeah, it's 1,000 years, right?
I believe
From
so.
millennia
Yeah.
plural
Mm-hmm.
ago.
And at first, unless I haven't rewatched the new series of movies
I haven't watched
recently
anything
enough.
with Chris Pratt in it when it comes to Jurassic Park.
I have watched the first two, with him. I enjoyed that. That's not the point. This isn't a movie review of it. I can't remember if it's a new company because there's something about like them going under and
How did
like
it happen again?
yeah, seriously. Like the doctor from the first one that is like the main doctor is the new one as well, but I can't remember if it's a new company. Um but yeah, them just continually getting funded because you can go, oh well, in the first series, the first three oh wait, no, in the second one they go to New York, don't they? Wait, they've fucked shit up for such a long time. They fucked shit up for way longer than I thought. Where I was going with that is you can say, oh well, it's contained to an island for the first series of films, minus two, just that no one counts two. In the new series of movies, they escape, and that's why it's Jurassic World, obviously. They get all over, and I think that's what the newest movie is going to be, of like them actually everywhere throughout the world. And of the other ones we've talked about, and the other ones that we're gonna kind of talk about, they at least kind of like I'm going to say the words make sense, but where I'm trying to go is like at least I get it in like this was worth. I see why you thought this was worth it. These guys, I don't. Losing the world for lizards, bad call.
Whoa!
Bad call. Reptiles. Can I not say the L word anymore? Is it? Am I getting current yeared for saying lizards?
I think that the generalization of dinosaurs as the term that we use to ascribe all of the fauna, the megafauna that lived in the in that time period. I think that's messed up. Even saying
what?
Even
wait,
saying
wait.
dinosaur.
What should I say instead? What's the alternative to dinosaur? Hold on.
No, not the alternative to dinosaur. The alternative to like, just don't call them lizards, because like a lot of paleontology shows much closer ties from things like the raptors to like birds and stuff like that. So just
some of them do. Not as many as we think, though. I've actually very recently been watching some videos on that. Believe it or not. But yes, you are correct. Calling them lizards is a dinosaur slur for sure. That's why I definitely joked about getting current yeared for calling them lizards.
At least drop the D off.
I was about to say Inosaur, and I was like, "What the fuck does that do, my guy?"
Oh,
that's
like
on
Azar,
me.
or
Yeah,
like
yeah. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't think that the world ending, because like I don't know if that's where the movie is gonna go, but like let's be real, if dinosaurs produced quickly enough, because like there's definitely a world where they get loose, start populating, and then get obliterated by gun owners in winter. Like there's a lot of ways in which most of the dinosaurs die. I understand that. But like say they don't. Say that the world ends in the same level of the world ending for Umbrella Corporation. At least Umbrella Corporation was making not aspirin and not Sudafed. Like they were like a company that made real things, and then they ended the world. Weyland Yutani made real things and then owned the whole galaxy. Hyperion's guns. I won't make an argument for that one necessarily, but like
I also had Hyperion had a lot
Or
of
they have
robots.
say they have robots. They have they have a lot of things as well. You're right. They had like the whole city builders and things. They made
Yeah.
sense. Is like a corporation. InGen just makes fucking dinosaurs, and like they've done
As
so
a
much
tourist
irreprehensible damage as a tourist attraction, and then their head scientist sells out to the black market, and all of them get loose anyways, and it's like, man, that's just goddamn it, guys. It's kind of cool, but like this is what we ended the world for. Sick.
Yeah, you couldn't even like domesticate them. So like,
I
instead of a
know.
kid getting a puppy for Christmas, he got like a baby velociraptor that he has to hatch out of the egg.
Oh god, that would definitely happen too. And then pet stores would be like, "Hey, we actually can't sell raptor eggs 3 weeks before Christmas. It's just or Easter, like it's
You are
just
not
the rules.
allowed.
We legally
We're
can't sell them
not
to you.
selling any rabbits on Easter.
We cannot do it. So sorry about that. No Triceratops for you, bud. I know that it's St. Patrick's Day, but we just can't do it. Why is the Triceratops associated with St. Patrick's Day? I'll let you figure that one out on your own. And while you contemplate that limerick, I'm gonna talk very, very briefly about Soylent Green, which I did not think was the name of the actual company because I have not seen this movie as well. But I feel like if we're talking about big evil sci-fi corporations, this one has to be mentioned. I assume you know what this one is. It's like not knowing who Luke Skywalker's father is in terms of movie quotes. I feel like.
Why you gotta fucking preface all of that to make me sound like a dumbass?
Because I apparently I'm wrong in that case.
I've never even heard of Soylent Green.
Soylent Green, it's just an old movie, but it's I don't want to speak super heavily on it. As I said, I haven't seen it. They're making food and things. All of these workers, it's a very like standard like classic corporation dystopia. In like I say a basic way, in a not in a bad way, but in a it's an old movie. It was a pioneer of the genre, so it's like, you know, think of a sci-fi dystopia where a corporation is running a place. It's like that. It's pretty self-explanatory with that, I feel like. And they're all making food and they're all eating Soylent Green throughout the whole film. That's like trying to figure out what Soylent Green is, where it's coming from, and what makes it. And a big spoiler for a very old movie. Soylent Green is made out of people. It's completely made out of humans, so the humans are eating humans. The whole movie is cannibalism, but it's all coming from this big mega corporation just recycling people into the food. And I don't know how like deep it goes into like the world building of all of it, but talking about big sci-fi evil things, that feels like an important one to mention. In the same way that I'm going to mention that Cyberdyne made Skynet, and that was bad in the same way that Umbrella Corporation ruined the world. It's kind of the same. They ended the world. I'm not as big of a Terminator fan. I don't want to talk on it too much. But if you have anything to say about the Terminator franchise, go ahead. But they're a big evil corporation. I just don't know anything about them.
Yeah, me neither. Not really.
Or I guess they're not even really a big evil corporation. They just accidentally ended the world. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar to some degree with Futurama. You watched, I'm like have watched the entire series like multiple times through type of fan.
No, I don't watch it like that.
Okay.
When I was living with my parents and we had cable, it came on Comedy Central all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it was Comedy Central, so
yep. Depending on what
there.
seasons, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the ones
like I know the I know MomCore.
Yeah, I want to talk
Or
just a
Corp.
little bit about Mom Corp because they just got a couple like funny stories. Just like I'm going to talk about a couple episodes from the show. Obviously, Mom Corp is the corporation that makes all of the robots throughout all of the Futurama universe.
Yeah.
And at one point, one of the episodes is that the main character, Fry, is looking for. He finds out that his bank account is full of money because he had like $10 when he got frozen 1,000 years ago, and interest went fucking insane, and he's a multi-billionaire. And he tries to buy the last tin of anchovies in the whole world, the whole universe, the last tin of anchovies because they were fished to death by Zoidberg's population, species.
Amazing.
Actually,
Amazing.
and this is the episode I believe that we find out. It might be the one where Mom Corp is like fully introduced, but it's certainly the episode that we find out that Mom, the figurehead and founder of the company, is evil. She's like not the like very nice. She has the big crazy dress that actually is just a big suit, and she's super skitty and in a tracksuit and very evil. She wants to buy it the last tin of anchovies because one drop of anchovy oil could be synthesized to make the perfect lubricant for robots that I like would never have to be like replaced. You would never have to buy any more. So she needs to buy it because she makes the oil for all of her robots. And then in, of course, comedy show fashion, she goes through all of this effort. She's trying to kill all of them and get this fucking thing of anchovies because she thinks that they want to profit off of it. And then she finally goes like, what do you want? How much money do you want? Just let me buy them off you. And he goes, no, I'm eating these, because he had been dying for his anchovy pizzas.
Yeah.
That's what he had been waiting for the whole time. None of his friends had ever had it because anchovies went extinct. And she was like, oh, yeah, fucking great. Enjoy them. That's good. Good for you. Keep doing that. The level of corporate covering their ass, there's a whole episode as well about just the ineffectual nature of bureaucracy and how when Bender was found to be defective, they sent hit squad after hit squad after hit squad to kill him because he was a voided warranty robot that was defective and would not come in to comply.
Yeah.
That's all that's all I got for Futurama. Mom Corp's fun. Go watch Futurama.
Yeah.
They're like evil, but they're not like a takeover the whole world type. They're just kind of fun. I want to talk about Wilford Industries, which is the corporation from Snowpiercer, which is the universe where the whole world is completely frozen over, and there are I'm in the movie there is one train. There is I found out currently running show, like the next episode of season 4 is airing in 3 days, current. And in that one, I believe there are 2 trains. So I'm going to talk about the movie because I just watched it recently. And it's very good, and I recommend it. Not a hot take. It's a big cult classic movie. There was a chemical compound known as CW7 that was released into the atmosphere to try and combat global warming because it was becoming so much of an issue in the world. Definitely not reflecting anything in our time. This was not.
No, I don't know why you'd even bring that up.
This was not made in reflection to anything going on at any point. It was also a comic, really quickly to start. It started as a comic, then became a movie, then became a show. Just because I learned all of this as well recently. But this compound worked way too well and froze the entire world over. And Wilford Industries maybe had a little bit I'm a little unsure on the genuine answer to this, but it seems that they either had an insight that it was going to be this bad, or maybe they had a hand in pushing it because they were a luxury train railroad
Companies.
company. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of how to say that. And I genuinely don't know like which side it is, but it seems like they maybe had some sort of an advantage in knowing that this was coming, or maybe Wilford was genuinely smart enough to go, I'm gonna prep for this anyways. I'm honestly not sure. But he said, all right, I'm going to deck out one train that is going to circle the globe, and it is going to be like it's an art. It's referred to as an arc. It has everything that everyone could need on it. But realistically, instead of being for the preservation of humanity and all of that, he just wanted his very lavish lifestyle to continue for as long as he could, because he was fabulously wealthy, of course, and they sold tickets onto the train. I actually don't want to. I want to talk about it a little more, but I don't. I don't want to spoil Snowpiercer because it's a good movie. Tell me when you watch Snowpiercer because I do want to talk about it. Okay. But this corporation is now the only thing. It's not just, maybe they're kind of the government like we've been kind of discussing. They are the only thing left. Outside is sub 100 degree temperatures always at every point. It's very early in the movie. They punish the third class of the train, which is what the movie is about. The whole movie follows like the lower class of the train. With Chris Evans in it as well. He's the lead, which I didn't realize that. It was like one of his first roles. And they open one of the portholes in the train and stick a guy's arm out in it for, I believe, 1 minute. And by the time they bring it in, they hit his arm and it completely shatters from being outside. Like, that's the level of cold that they are dealing with in that world. So they are the literal only thing that exists. So you could technically call them the government. You could also just call them the everything. You could call them everything that there is.
They're just like they just control the human race at the end.
Exactly. They can do like literally whatever they want because they are the thing that continues to let humanity survive. And then the last thing that I think it's more of a debate on whether or not it belongs here. Because I think if this one belongs here, there's a second one that belongs here. But both of them may be too much. And with the discussion we've kind of been having on, like, when does a mega corporation become a government? I feel like it's a bit stupider of a question. But when does a government just become a mega corporation? And I pose to you that Super Earth from Helldivers should be on this list.
Yeah, so here's my thoughts. Mm-hmm. So I think the way it goes is Super Earth, everybody got united under one government.
Yeah, one flag of Super Earth.
And pretty soon after, there's very solid and compelling evidence to suggest that resources were running very low, and so they had to leave Earth. Then they started exploiting and destroying other planets to get the resources that were there, the natural resources. And they are now in a conflict with the automatons, the robots, and the bugs. And I believe the reason why they are killing the bugs is for, is it called Compound 710?
No, that's the robots because it's just
That's the robots.
Because it's just
Yeah.
oil upside
Oil,
down.
yeah. So they get oil from killing the automatons.
Yeah.
And then the bugs, to have something to do with farming.
Well, the bugs, depending on how deep into conspiracy you want to go.
Oh, I'm fully in it because it doesn't make
just fully planted on any planet that they. I believe the conspiracy is that they're just fully planted on any planet Super Earth wants to conquer, because they'll go in and destroy the native population, and then they can go, oh no, bugs are there, we gotta go kill them and justify it for us. And then, like, I believe part of the conspiracy there is that they, when you rescue people on bug planets, they're like defectors, basically. And I think that's based off of the, like, propaganda that comes out of the towers. The conspiracy that is Super Earth is actually all propaganda, which is for sure not a conspiracy, by the way. But when Helldivers was first coming out, you know, there was, like, genuine discourse because people have no media literacy. But I really wanted to, like, do a dive into, like, all of it and, like, compile all of it in the, like, Bloodborne conspiracy style. It's a lot harder to find all of that information, especially for the fucking first game. Like, I did try for a bit. It's hard to put together. People didn't, like, compile that information or anything, unfortunately. But they're an interesting one. And, like, if you're a one government like that, I guess it's not like one corporation in that case, because, like, they're just regulating everything. Or I guess it would depend on.
Yeah, but
I don't know. But, like,
you can
everything
look at them
is so
like
stock. I don't know. I don't know enough about that universe.
You can look at them like a corporation because of their motives.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay.
Because after they got the entire planet under one governmental system, there's no reason to try and convince people that democracy is best, because that's what there is, and there's nothing else.
There's no alternative. What's the point? Yeah.
So their priorities as a government shifted to getting more resources like oil, and then, you know, farming planets for minerals or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Helldivers 1 had like a max peak of like 7,000 players on at one time. Was like
it was
peak
like not
play
a big game
before Helldivers 2 came out, at least. Yeah. And Helldivers 2 is much bigger, so it doesn't surprise me that it's hard to find that kind of stuff. But
like, it's definitely out there to some extent, but, like, it feels like you have to play the game to, like, really get the scope of it. And, like, I gotta pull some guys together to get a game of Helldivers 1 going. And, like, part of it is, like, especially with the leaks of the Game Master, which, like, of course there was one. I don't know why the fuck people were surprised. That's it. We don't need to get into the Helldivers discourse, but, like, with that, like, stories are being told throughout it that can be propaganda in itself. So it's like, that is, like, impossible to track. Like, I couldn't track everything from Helldivers 2. Yeah. It was, like, a lot to keep up with that kind of stuff. But with us agreeing that Super Earth should be included, I'd say there's an even more compelling case for the Imperium of Man from 40K being included. And when I brought that up to you, I think you agreed, but and if you don't, please correct me, but, like, it's in the same kind of way of, like, oh yeah, they, like, there's, I'm sure, actually there aren't even, like, corporations or anything. Everything is the Imperium in 40K, but it is definitely a government. Technically it's a bad government, but it is a government, but everything is just that same kind of production, get more, defend what we have sort of thing. And the real reason that I kept it off of this list is because when you bring 40K into things, it's just too fucking much. It's too much, and I didn't want to like deal with it outside of bringing it up in the context of should it technically be on this list, and I would argue yes, it should. Especially because they're definitely evil as fuck, and I think, not that I think you'll have a separate opinion on this, I think I would agree that technically the Mechanicus, which is the robot boys on Mars, would also count as their own separate entry, even though they're technically related to each other. But they're separate enough within the lore of 40K, which I have not subjected you to yet, so I don't know if you have an opinion on that or not.
Yeah, I actually don't even know who the Mechanicus are.
The hooded red boys in that chant. Everyone be chanting in 40K. That doesn't narrow it down. But yeah, they're the robot boys that are like that's a bad thing to say for 40K when the only thing I've told you about is Necrons. They are the guys that are turning themselves into robots.
Yeah,
piece by piece. The toaster fuckers. If you see them.
We played those RTS. I remember.
Oh yeah. That's true. Well, that's just, I don't know. That's some mega corporations. I think that it's really fun how ubiquitous they are within sci-fi. Because I mean, of course it is. Sci-fi is like a mirror to our own reality through the spins of the future and that kind of thing. But like, they're just so everywhere that it's so easy to recognize, and like I just like looking at them going, oh, what makes you so fucking evil over all of the other ones? That I think that's a very just fun time. And if anyone's curious, we didn't mention anything about Cyberpunk because neither of us have played the game, and I haven't watched Edge Runners.
I didn't finish it. I watched maybe 3 episodes, and I got bored.
Oh no! We can't. We are ending with hot takes.
I got bored. I didn't like it. I was bored.
I tried to watch it once, but it's when I had COVID last year, and I was so knocked on my ass.
Damn, you be getting COVID, bro.
Wait, no, it was 2 years ago at the old apartment. But like, I do be kind of getting it. I've had it a couple times. Also asymptomatic every time. But that's
so fucked.
I know it is. It pisses everyone off. Don't worry.
I'm gonna get the real deal, the one that like makes you feel like shit when you go up 3 fucking steps in the staircase. Then I'm gonna spit in your coffee until you get it.
That's fair.
And then you'll still be asymptomatic. And then I'm like,
what was even the
then I'm going to kidnap you and take you to the fucking pharmaceutical place that I work at. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to let them do all sorts of inhumane tests on you.
Wait, should they go on this list as well?
I don't think I should talk about it.
How many hands do they have their pie in?
I don't think I should talk about this anymore.
I've made a mistake. Hold on.
I'm always Tyler, and goodbye.
I do think that'll wrap us up there for sure. Don't be an evil sci-fi corporation. If you find yourself in one, you're already in Roko's Basilisk. Probably just keep going at that point, I guess. That'd be I think that's my advice. Feed Roko's Basilisk. That's where we're gonna end on this week. I hope you have a great.
Jesus Christ.
Cognito hazard warning. My bad. We hope you have a great rest of your weekend day, whenever you happen to be listening to this episode of the Bad Tutors podcast. And I don't know how many more are gonna come up. This is the first time Tyler's hearing about it. The first 2 episodes of the podcast have been up on YouTube for a while. I
That's
just
awesome.
finally uploaded them. We'll see how frequently the others come out, but they're there. Go check them out. And until the next time you hear from us, I've been Ian.
And I'm always Tyler.
And what are we doing next time?
We're going to be answering fan mail from our email.
Oh, true, the letter opening. I've been excited for that.
I actually got a package in the mail, and it is addressed to me, not the Bad Tutors. But I'm gonna do a video of me opening it.
You're gonna
and
do an
letting you guys know
unboxing.
what
You're
I
gonna do
get.
an anthrax an unboxing. You're gonna do an
Yeah.
unboxing.
A PO box stream.
Oh,
be great.
okay. Well, we're very excited for that.